Okay, so today I'm talking about episode 6. And yeah, I told you like I hadn't been drinking on the show, like I was trying not to snap. At this point, it's like something almost every single day keeps happening in this house. And Mo is here with us today because the season 11 Sarah had to eventually come out. It was too much to hold it in any longer. So let's see. At the beginning of the episode, you guys don't really notice this, but you may start seeing it now that I mention it to you, but you never really see me on the phone. This is the phone that I'm talking on. It's not the normal black phone that all the other girls are talking on. The reason being is after Rocky has stolen my dress and Jada had stolen like my cup, my apron, my dresses were thrown in the pool, all that stuff a couple episodes back, Natalie supposedly hit Rocky upside the head with the phone. The phone broke, so they went out and bought a new phone. The phone was like $90 or something like that. I don't know. I remember I was sitting at the computer, and Rocky has the nerve to be like, Sarah, you owe $9 for the phone. And I'm like, bitch, give me my dress back. My dress cost more than $9. You give me my dress, and I'll give you the $9. And she was like, well, whatever. And then later on, I used the house phone, and of course I see Rocky run and tell Camilla Sarah's using the phone and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I have no time for this. I'm going to buy my own phone. Like, literally, I went to Target with Judy. I bought my own phone. I wish they would have showed it because instead of showing Julie's drunk ass in the blooper, like I said, she's been drunk all the time like the other girls, it would have been funny to show the confessional with me and Judy because she was like, I don't need your phone. I got my own phone. What song? I don't remember what song that was. It was like an old rap song. I don't remember. So yeah, I went and bought this phone and I put like leopard tape on it so it'd be cute, just like all my other stuff. And the girls were mad because next thing you know, Rocky sees me on the phone. She goes to look, and then when she sees me like on this phone, she's like, damn, Sarah's such a bitch. Like, I would rather pay more and get my own phone than to give Rocky your bitch ass $9 after you stole my dress for this other phone. No, I'll buy my own damn phone, even if it is $22. Like, I don't care. So yeah, whatever. No. All right, sorry, my phone is like right beside the MacBook and people are texting. So let me put it on. Yeah, T.I. is going to be in it. I know that. It's a movie. All right, so the phone. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and I should have talked about it last episode, but like Jada coming up talking about her hair. Okay, for one, when you buy a pack of clip-ins, everybody knows, well, not everybody, but if you didn't know, when you buy a pack of clip-ins, they give you like a few long pieces. They all go in the back of your head, and they give you a lot of short pieces, which go on the side of your head. So it doesn't quite add up the fact that Jada would leave one little piece of hair extension at home. One little piece, okay, guys? And then if you look at that hair extension, it is styled the same way her hair is styled. Like, it's that cheap-ass looking crimp that she does all the time. So it's like, Jada, no, the clip fell out of your hair, and it's on the floor. But you want to start a fight saying somebody touched your clip. Why would you leave one piece at home, and then it just so happens that somebody moved it and threw it downstairs? Like, come on now. It fell out of your cheap-ass head. That's why it was on the floor. All right. Julie's saying that she doesn't fuck with Sarah. At this point, I've never done anything to Julie. Nothing rude. Never talked to her. So for her to be like, oh, I don't fuck with Sarah. Like, we already knew that before coming on the show. You used to do your little AfterBuzz shows and talk mad shit about me because I made the comment about Mimi not wanting the Julie treatment at the season 11 reunion. So we've been knowing that you couldn't stand me, Julie. You didn't really have to come out and say it. But it's cold out, so I'm wearing this jacket. I don't even have a shirt on. I just have like my cute little bra. But yeah, it's cold outside over here. All right, so let's see. Rocky doing, okay, of course Rocky has to do the little pity party like she does every single season. So she's always crying about a dad. Like, how many dads do you have? Now she's saying her dad is in prison and whatever else. Like, I get that. It's understandable and stuff. But the thing is, oh, really? You just so happen to want to see him when you're on national television? You could have seen him all these years, but you want to see him on national television so you can get pity from the fans. Like, you're annoying. Quit crying. And secondly, like, you want to go in there dressed like a slut to see your father who hasn't seen you in however long and say that you're gay. Like, what's going to run through his mind? Like, to him, probably he's not really your father because you haven't seen him in forever. So for you to come in there dressed like a slut, going to visit him in jail with being cameras and stuff like that, Like, come on. Like, it's so stupid. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, Rocky and her pity party, like always. Meeting with Laura. So, my meeting with Laura, I just had an interview, which, of course, is when I said I always get very irritated. Can you explain this toy? Because when we do our interviews, say, for instance, there is a producer behind the camera and they ask you questions, and you have to, like, relive everything that's happened in the past week, sometimes even longer than a week, depending on how many interviews you get. And the questions will be like, okay, Sarah, so when the girls stole all your clothes and you remained calm and stuff, like, how do you feel? Like, what do you want to say to these girls? In present tense, of course, because if you're like, they made me so mad. No, you have to be like, I'm so angry at these girls for stealing my clothes. Like, I'm actually really good at interviews, but you always have to talk in present tense, so it's kind of hard to get used to at first. I'm pretty good at it. I think Danni does really good interviews. Even though she's been talking shit all the first few episodes, Danni does really well in interviews. Hi, baby. Look, Kiko is so funny because he has this little giraffe toy, and, like, nobody gave him this. This is a baby toy. Somebody left it at Taco Mac at my little sister's table, and she took it home, and she was going to give it to her cousin's baby. And she had it in her bag, so Kiko goes in her bag and steals this little toy, and, like, now he's got 4 toy baskets, okay? Each toy basket has about $80 worth of toys. This dog has at least $400 worth of toys in this house. But this little giraffe for the past month, I guess because he stole it just like Jada and Rocky did every damn day, he feels like it's a prized possession, so he carries this giraffe around everywhere. Please do not unplug the MacBook, Kiko. It is. Go get it. Alright. So, go get your toy. Meeting with Laura. So I'm angry about the interview because I'm reliving what happened. I tell Laura that the girls poured water on me. They keep stealing my stuff. And Laura was kind of like, you can't just keep putting up with this. You can't just keep laughing it off. Like, I laughed off the glitter. I laughed off the liquor in the bed. I tried to act like them stealing my clothes didn't bother me. But at this point, it's getting to be too much. Okay? Let's see. Danni's upset in the life coach meeting. She says Judy said things about her. So Julie trying to say that Danni is just listening to Judy and stuff, okay? The thing is, like, it goes deeper than what you see, of course. Judy knew things about Danni and her ex-boyfriend, CT, whatever. So CT and her were together, the guy from Real World, and Julie, who was really close to Danni, knew a lot of stuff. Of course, you tell your best friend stuff. So the stuff that Julie knew, only Julie knew it. So the fact of Judy saying, well, Julie told me this about him, and Julie said that, and Julie said whatever. Obviously, I can't even talk. Obviously, it's the truth, because how would Judy know it? So it wasn't just like Danni just went off and believed any old thing that happened. Like, no, the stuff that Judy knew, only Julie knew. So, therefore, Julie had been talking shit about Danni. It wasn't just her and her sister think they're bullies or whatever else they made it seem like it looked like. Okay, so she's upset about Julie. And then, let me see. Oh, so then it's kind of confusing to me as a viewer because you see Danni go outside and she's like, Julie had a moment with Laura, must have been, let me go see what's wrong with her. And of course, Julie kind of shuts her off and she's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. And, like, you even see Danni saying, like, I'm going to go on friend mode and see what's going on with her. So despite the fact that Danni's mad about all the things that Julie had been saying about her and her relationship and her sister, Danni was still trying to be a good friend because she knew Julie was upset. Julie shuts her off. And then, of course, later on you see Julie opening up to Rocky. Danni comes outside to make sure she's okay. And Julie basically cuts the conversation short and is being cold to Danni once again. Okay, so next thing you know... Okay, so the next life coach meeting was with Camilla. And it was about saying, Camilla needs to be compassionate. I think the life coach really got into my head because she's like, Sarah, like, quit laughing stuff off. Camilla, be compassionate, because that's exactly what we did. Like, I really liked Laura. I really appreciated her and stuff like that. And, anyways, next we go to Billiards. My friend Juke comes there, which, of course, I'm sure that makes Jada bad. If you don't remember who he is, he's a music producer that I met on episode 1. He came to the house, I believe, on episode 2, and he's hung out 4 or 5 times at this point. So he was at the Billiards that night. When you see the girls paying the tab, like, whatever, my tab was already taken care of. That's why I'm not, like, handing them money and stuff. And, yeah, so we go into the limo, and the funniest thing happens ever. Hold on, let me see. Let me not skip to that yet. Okay, haha, Danni. Oh, so Danni does this, like, interview, and she's like, oh, they're the new Sarah, Natalie, and Judi. And it's, like, so funny because I said the same thing, like, later on. They probably won't show it, but, like, the three of them were sitting in the phone room together. And I was like, oh, look, it's me, Judi, and Natalie. It's so cute. And they were just looking at me like, bitch. Because that was our thing. Like, we'd always sit in the phone room. Anytime one of us were on the phone, we'd both be sitting on the floor. One would sit in the chair on the phone, the other would sit on the floor. So they basically were copying what we used to do. So Danni was right on it with that one. Jada calls Danni a little kid. Like, first off, this is at the Billiards. And it's like, Jada, this has nothing to do with you. Julie is mad at Danni for whatever stupid reason when it really should just be Danni mad at Julie. Yes, Danni can be a bitch, but Danni has every reason to be mad at you. And then when she tries to, like, what is it called? Like, not show you, I don't know, when she tries to, like, see if you're okay and stuff, you shut her off and stuff. And now your little fucking fake-ass friend followers, white trash Jada and manly-ass Rocky, want to be by your side. Now you want to be rude to Danni, and you got Jada being rude to Danni as well. Kiko, stop. Hey! He's in the window. Okay. So you guys missed the funniest limo ride ever. Kiko! Hold on one second. Get out the window. Get out the window. Come on. Go get your giraffe. Go get your giraffe. Go get it. Good boy. Stop it. Okay. The dog is so bad. Hey. Alright, so the sermon, I wish they would have seen or shown this, whatever. It was so funny because Judy was already going crazy. She was talking about how, sorry, I know. He barks at the neighbors. He barks at everything. He's out of control. He doesn't listen to me. And I need to establish boundaries, Kiko. Laura told me to establish boundaries. And my dog does not listen to me, which is all my fault. Okay, so the sermon, Judy was saying, like, oh, we thought it was Rocky, but it was Jada. And she's going on and on saying, who pissed in this? It was Jada. Who did this? It was Jada. Oh, they didn't show it, but they might show Jada admitting it next episode about Jada pissing in the body wash. Because it comes up later. It comes up when, I don't know if they're going to show this, but no, they're not going to show it because they already showed me there. I went to a hotel as well after that fight and Judy left. I said, I'm not staying in this house with these fucking crazy ass people and stuff like that. And of course they, you know, whatever. I ended up going to a hotel room and, oh my God, it's so stressful. I be forgetting everything that happens on these shows. Like, so much be going on. And yeah, the sermon, it was really, really funny. Hallelujah. It was Jada. Funniest limo ride ever. Even Danni was laughing. It was so funny. Okay, so Judy wanted to pack stuff. Okay, so when we get home, and Julie's having a little meltdown and stuff. I just want to go home. I guess because she feels stupid. Like, luckily, the producers saved how Julie looked because she would have looked like a real ass if they showed everything that had been said. But not just that. Judy wanted to pack Julie's stuff, which of course, when we saw her crying and upset, we never walked in the room, nor did we touch her stuff. But the reason she wanted to help her pack whatever is because when Red packed Judy's stuff in an earlier episode, Red took the stuff out of our closet, packed it in a garbage bag, and threw it in Judy's former room. Because of course, you know, Judy was sleeping in the confessional for a while. So she throws Judy's clothes in a garbage bag into their room, and Julie, out of all people, throws Judy's stuff into the makeup room like, nah, it's not staying in this room. So that was the reason Judy even wanted to help her pack, which of course we're not evil-ass people, so we didn't touch her stuff when we saw that she was crying. But Julie had been thrown Judy's stuff out. Okay, let's see. Next we have stupid, they didn't go to hotel. Oh, so after, like, everything happened that night, whatever, and I was like, really, y'all want to throw water? Like, let's throw some water. Like, I throw the cookies across the kitchen because they took old-ass, stale chocolate chip cookies that were there since day one. So they're, like, 2.5 weeks old at this point. I threw them across the kitchen, and of course you see Danni cleaning earlier that day. Danni was like, no, Sarah, I just cleaned the kitchen. Well, it was destroyed. It was stupid that after that fight happened and stuff, for one, of course, Rocky snatches my hair from behind, whatever. I had thrown my calendars all over the house. I'm like, really? You hate my ass and titties so much? They're all over the house. So I'm throwing them all over the house. That's why they were downstairs the next morning when Rocky was like, Jada, do you want some toilet paper or whatever? And there was like calendars everywhere. You didn't see that part, but I threw them everywhere. Like after the mattress, after the makeup, after all that stuff happened, whatever. I was like super, super angry, and like you could see I was like trying to run past security. I was getting so mad. So for the fact of her to snatch my hair from behind in the makeup room, and then in the bedroom she's ripping my stuff, so I go to get her off my bed. She pulls my hair once again, my face gets clawed, and it makes no sense why the producers did not send her to the hotel. I even said, like, look at my face, she needs to go. And they were like, the next morning when I talked to the producer, I was like, you know, she clawed my face, like whatever else. And this is after all the soap happened, of course. And I'm like, she needs to be sent home. And this is before Judy had her little meltdown. And of course, you didn't see, even though it's been in the sneak peeks, my sombrero looks better than yours and all that stuff like that, whatever. She came after me. Like, yeah, I'm throwing the makeup just like they ruined my shit. She yanked my hair and threw me, okay? And then in the bedroom, like, I said, no. I said, she clawed my face and ripped my hair out. They're like, well, unfortunately, ripping somebody's hair out isn't counted as whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's stupid, because if you punch somebody in the face, they get a black eye. It goes away in 7 to 10 days. Like, you rip somebody's hair from their scalp when it's their real hair. Like, it takes like 4 or 5 years to grow back. Like, look how short this hair is. This is like all ripped hair. You guys know my hair is long. And like, look how short this hair is. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that ripping somebody's hair from their scalp isn't considered being too violent. So I even said, you know, it's not fair, whatever, she needs to be sent home. And they're like, well, Sarah, we reviewed the tapes and you came after her first. And I'm like, what? No, I didn't. And then I started thinking, and they're like, yeah, you were trying to get her off your bed. I said, oh, I was trying to get her off my bed for ripping my shit down. Yeah, that is true. I didn't go to hit her. Not once did I try to hit her. And then she ripped my hair out. I didn't even remember the fact that she, like, yanked my hair in the makeup room. So for the fact of them not sending her home, like, yes, I was trying to get her off my bed for ripping my shit down. And she is the one that pulled my hair out once again and then clawed my face. And if you look at the interview with that little pink top, you can start to notice that there's a pink line down my face. Like, they're making sure they don't Photoshop it now, because it makes sense that there's a claw mark on my face. All right. Whatever. They're just jealous because Jada can't afford to buy weave and Rocky can't grow hair. So, pull my hair out. But whatever, it grows back. Look how long and beautiful my hair is. It grows back, bitches. Alright, so Camilla says that I should have been exploded. I agree with her. At this point, me and Camilla are really vibing. I appreciate the fact that she's like being compassionate with me, even though it might have been more from Laura, but Camilla really is a nice person. So at this point, it's like from day one. Camilla came at me, Red came at me like the first week, and then Jada started coming at me, and then it was Jada and Rocky, and then of course it's been Jada and Rocky, and then of course Julie just co-signs but doesn't do anything herself. So it has been extremely stressful for me since day one. Alright, so they throw Judy's makeup away. So keep in mind, all these girls can say all day is, they hid our family photos. Bitches, y'all ripped my calendars, you stole my clothes, like, and you want to complain about family photos. You ruined our clothes, like, you threw Judy's makeup away, and all you can say is, they hid the family photos. Like, get the fuck out of here. They were printed by production on some cheap printer paper and put in a cheap IKEA frame hung on the damn wall. Like, get over it. Alright. Let's see. They don't care because they don't have shit. Yeah, exactly. They didn't care to ruin our stuff because they don't have shit. Like, they have, like, a few things of clothes from these free boutiques, whatever, and they don't care if their stuff gets ruined. So, this is really not fair because the girls should have been sent to a hotel. At least Rocky should have been, for being violent that night. If Rocky was sent to the hotel, Jada, without her damn little fucking... Who is Rocky to her? I don't know. Rocky's the boss. Jada's a little kid. I don't know. Which seems kind of fucked up and backwards because Jada's 30 years old and Rocky's like 23. So if Rocky would have went to the hotel, as she should have, for clawing my face and ripping out my hair, they would have never thrown soap on my clothes and Judy's clothes at like 8 in the morning. They threw Ajax dish soap and Camilla's Tide liquid detergent soap on all my clothes, my bags, my shoes, brand new leather Michael Kors shoes, $300, like little soap stains all over them. They threw it on everything. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. They snuck in our room. I remember waking up and Camilla was like, Sarah, get the fuck up. You won't believe what happened. And of course, you see Camilla in the closet like, should I give you permission to fucking mess up their shit at this point? Okay, so you see, let's see, Danni talking to me. Okay, shut up, Jada, talking about Judy will kill somebody. Like, the girls basically played the producers. Do you really think Julie, Jada, and Rocky were scared for their lives? Like, no, shut up. You're being crybabies. You're just trying to make it to where Judy gets sent home, and you sound stupid. They actually almost got the psychologist that talks to us in trouble. Before we go on to Bad Girls Club, in any reality show, you have to talk to a psychologist. They hire a guy, his name's Dr. Hogan on our show, and he's been the same guy I met with. He was even like, do they really think, and oh my God, like, Judy's not like that. I'm like, no, Judy was crazy. Like she said, I'll cut your face off and wear it for Mardi Gras. Like, everybody knows Judy's scared to fight. Judy doesn't even kill a bug. Like, they just did that because they wanted her to go home. So, oh, I took a threat. Like, you can't threaten us. Oh my God, she might kill us. She's mentally unstable. Like, shut the fuck up. You fucking wannabe Sarah, Natalie, and Judi. Like, you sound stupid. Okay, so no reason Rocky didn't get sent home. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. 3 petty girls talking shit in bathroom. That's why. Oh, yeah, so you see me and I'm like, they were like talking shit and like mumbling and laughing and stuff. And that's when I was like, you guys are childish, you're immature. And yes, I have balls. I always have. Like, you can Google me, bitch. Even though Jada claims she don't watch the show, she knows everything about me. So she don't even necessarily need to Google me because she already did. The bitch wants to be like me. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm sober. It's 8 in the morning. And I will still snap because at this point I've had way too much. And it's not that I need to drink to snap. Like, I purposely don't drink so I don't snap. I can handle ignorance a lot better. Like, if a bitch says some stupid shit to me when I'm sober, I'm like, okay, yeah, I didn't hear it. She says it again. Excuse me, what did you say? But if the bitch says one thing when I'm drinking, the first time she mumbles something, I mean, who the fuck you talking to? Like, so I didn't drink to avoid confrontation, but there ain't no liquid courage needed over here. All right, so nobody touched Julie's stuff, blah, blah, I said that before. I was washing all my clothes, shoes, and bags in the sink and stuff. Production said we could go to the mall, have a day away, whatever, and I kind of wish we would have gone because Judy wouldn't have gone crazy, but then again, I was too worried about my clothes. It was like thousands of dollars worth of clothes and shoes. I wasn't about to just leave it there with soap on it. Like, I had to wash the soap off my clothes. So, at the end, you see me packing Judy's stuff. I packed Natalie's stuff, which you didn't see, and it was very sad and emotional for me, and mainly because that I knew Judy really wanted to be there. I know how much she likes being there, and she likes, just the whole experience in general. So I was very upset for Judy. And at this point, you can see that Danni and Camilla have reached out to me, and we become pretty close. We're about to go to Hawaii. Of course, a lot of stuff happens before then. Oh, so what you missed on the last review is when we did the beauty bus makeover, Judy had been sent home. Like I said, that's why I cut the tape, because I accidentally told you guys last week. But that's why you see her wearing, I am the breadwinner or something. And then she wears, like, the brown outfit with the necklace in the confessional from, like, episode 2. And then you see her on the phone with Stassi, and she's wearing something completely different. On the phone. On my phone, I'm just kidding. Because Judy had been gone, and the makeover beauty buzz happened after Judy leaves. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And it was really hard not to crack. And one of the reasons that, of course, I'm trying to maintain my cool and stuff. Like, you don't always need to fight. Like, I try to laugh things off. Maybe I shouldn't have laughed off so much. But, like, with this being the last show, I was like, I'm not going to look like garbage. Like, I want to get other shows. I want to do movies. I want to do other gigs after this. I'm not going to, like, go on TV and make a straight ass of myself. So, that was the reason behind trying to remain cool, which, of course, it didn't last that long. We're only about 3 weeks in at this point when Judy gets sent home. So it was really sad. And there's a couple other people that I always see on my timeline. I wrote their names down and I can't remember what I wrote down. I know Resilence Me always talks to me and I want to give him a shout out. And the Jordan, I am Jordan, the Jordan _ something like that. I always see you too, so I appreciate you. And I'm actually going to start doing reviews for other shows as well. I know Atlanta Housewives came on Sunday, so I'm actually about to watch that and do a review on that show. So I hope you guys watch my other shows, subscribe to my channel, and I want to know what you think about Judy being sent home. Do you think it's fair? Do you think Rocky should have been sent home instead? What do you think about Jada, aka White Trash 8 Mile? You barely hear me call her 8 Mile. Like, I was really trying to run through security. Like, I just wanted to, like Judy says, kill these hoes. Like, I was so angry. So, give me your feedback. And of course, you guys know I always respond to your comments. So, that being said, I love you guys. And I will have another review up soon. And I also have a review, or not a review, I have a video of me and Judy drunk in the hotel room in Baltimore, which is really funny. So, I'm going to upload this as well. Mwah.